Hi guys, welcome back. It's another video. That means it's Sunday. Well, it's Sunday in my world. Might not be Sunday when you're watching, but welcome back. It is another video. Today is a sewing video. It's a very cute one. I love it. Today we'll be making one of these. So you know me, all about easy sewing, easy projects, quick projects, beginner projects. So if you like the idea of all of them or even one of them, then stick around and I'm going to show you how. Okay, before we get started, I've got a quick question because I don't know if it's just me or anybody else who sews out there. What are your thoughts on cutting fabric? Because I absolutely detest with a passion cutting the fabric. I love the projects, I love the sewing, but having to cut all the pieces of fabric drives me bananas. And I don't know if it's because I just don't have a studio space. I don't have everything set up. I literally have to lug my cutting mat, all my tools, my fabric, everything downstairs. I'm on the floor on my hands and knees. It's very uncomfortable. I get all hot and bothered. And yeah, it's just, I find cutting the fabric a bit of a chore, I'm not gonna lie. Once that's cut, amazing. I love to get to the machine and start sewing. So actually what I've started doing is cutting fabric on one day and actually sewing on another so that I can enjoy the process more. So when I know that I'm just getting up to cut the fabric, I'm like, okay, I'm in that zone. Let me just get on with it. And once it's cut, put it to one side, forget about it until the good stuff when we sew. So yeah, anyway, that's just my little bugbear. Just thought I'd share that with you in case anybody else feels the same. Let me know in the comments if it is a community thing or if it's just me. Probably just me. So guys, for today's project, you will need 2 large pieces of fabric and they measure at 27 inches by 19.5 inches. You will also need 2 smaller pieces of fabric and they are measuring at 15.5 inches by 13.5 inches. And finally, you will need 1 very long piece of fabric. This will be for the belt and this is measuring at 52 inches by 5 inches. As you can see guys, I've used 2 different fabrics. You can use the same, you can use different, it doesn't matter. This is basically the front of the apron. This is going to be the back, the lining, so I wasn't that fussed about what the back was. So yeah, I've kept the nicer fabric for the front and just the plain fabric I've used for the back. But it's entirely up to you. There are no rules. So the first thing we want to do is place our larger fabrics down and we want to line them up one on top of the other so they're nice and neat. Now you want your fabric facing up. If it's got a pattern on it, face the fabric up. My lining is just plain, so it doesn't matter. But if you've got a patterned lining, then you want the pattern to face down. So they should be face to face. So once you've got them lined up and they're all nice, just pop a few pins in, keep it all in place. So we're going to dot them all the way around because what we want to do is sew down this side. So right the way across the bottom and then right up the other side. We will be leaving that top section open. And yeah, we are ready to go to the machine. So let's start the fun stuff and start sewing. So here we are at the machine. We are ready to get started. But I've just got a quick question. What are we thinking of the new glasses? These are my new gigs. I can't make out if I look like Harry Potter or Deirdre Barlow, who is from a soap in the UK called Coronation Street. She wore giant glasses. Yeah. Can't decide which one I look like or whether it's just a really weird combination of the two. Yeah, I love them. I love anything big, unusual, and these are definitely that. So let me know what you think. Anyway, enough rambling. Let's sew. Okay, so we're all ready to go and we are sewing with 1/4 inch seam allowance. Let's get started. Okay, so we've sewn that. All we need to do is just snip off the little straggly bits of cotton, and yeah, on to the next step. Okay, all we need to do now is where that opening is just turn this right side out. So just flip it the right way. It's very easy because this is a very large opening. So no struggles this time. It actually it's looking a little bit like a pillowcase. So yeah, we've turned that the right side out and we're just going to pop that to one side now whilst we get on with the next step. Okay guys, so just as before, we've got our smaller pieces, 2 of them, and we are doing exactly like we did. We're just going to line them up so they're nice and neat, and we're going to pop some pins on just to keep them nice and secure and in place while we take this to the machine and sew exactly the same way. So we're going to sew all the way down one side, all the way across the bottom and up the other side, and we will leave this top section open. So here we go, as before, 1/4 inch seam allowance. Let's sew.
A little different than all the rest. I'm quite old-fashioned, wear a hat, sometimes play chess. And when I'm out, I'm looking for that vintage fling. Little complexions that I adore, so hard to find, these seem impossible to score. So I dream of to someday find that vintage love. I kept on looking.
Okay guys, so as before, we've now got our smaller piece, which we've just sewn exactly the same way. It's currently inside out. So we're going to do what we've done before. Flip it the right side out and just give those little corners a poke. Make sure they're all poked out and they're not tucked in. Give it a little shake, roll out them seams if you need to. Oh yeah, this one's all tucked in. Let's give that a little roll. If you just give them a little roll along the seams, it will just untuck all them for you. And of course, like always, like I always say with seams, the best thing to do actually is go and give it an iron, give it a quick press. But we're not doing that today because I just can't be bothered running up and down the stairs every 2 minutes. Like I say, if I had my own little studio set up, oh, it would be amazing. And everything will get done the right way. No cutting corners. But you know what? You've got to work with what you've got. So yeah, we've now got our smaller piece as well as our larger piece, and it's time to put the two together. Okay guys, so what we're going to do now is pop our smaller piece on top of our bigger piece. As you can see, I've done that here. I've just lined it up along the top so it's nice and neat. And I've just took my ruler and I've just measured 6 inches from this side and 6 inches from the other side, just to make sure that we are nice and central with our centerpiece there. Okay, I have just zoomed you in because this next bit we're going to just create a couple of pleats down the front of here. Very easy to do. Okay guys, sorry about the angle. I've just kind of moved around and tried to get a bit closer to the top here because my hands were getting in the way and you couldn't see how I was doing the pleat. So basically very easy, just literally fold the fabric. So you can see there, it's just folded over, literally. Get a pin, pop that in, and then do exactly the same. Just do another one a little bit further down. So fold it over, get your pin, pop that on, and there you will see it's created a couple of little pleats. And we're going to do the same either side. So there we go, we've done both sides, and as you can see, it just creates this nice little pleated effect. Okay, so we have our 2 pieces together now. We have our pleats down each side, and all we're going to do now is take it to the machine and we are going to sew right the way along the top. Okay, so here we are back at the machine. Our fabric is underneath the foot there, it's all ready to go. So yeah, we're almost there. Let's get this sewed, then we can get onto that final piece, which is attaching the belt. As always, 1/4 inch seam allowance, let's sew. Okay guys, when you get to your pleated sections, just take your time, there's no rush, just make sure everything stays nice and neat. If you need to stop at any point, lift the foot up and straighten anything, please do so. But yeah, let's carry on. Once again, guys, we are at those pleats, so just straighten them up, make sure they're all nice and neat, slow down, and just take your time as you go over them. You may need to lift your foot up once you get to the pleats just to flatten it out again, but that's absolutely fine. Just nice and slowly. So they're all sewn together. Make sure you backstitch on either end just to make sure that's nice and secure. But as you can see, that is looking pretty fine. So all we need to do now is attach the waist belt. Let's do that next. Okay guys, so moving on to the belt, it's this nice big long slim piece, our final piece of fabric that we've got. As you can see, there are a few creases in this. That's because I've already ironed it. One thing is for sure, you will need your iron at this point because it's just so much easier to work with them folds when it's been ironed and pressed. Otherwise, it's just going to make life difficult because they won't stay in place. So let me just show you what we're going to do. This is the best way to do it to make sure everything is nice and even. So the first thing to do is fold your fabric in half so that the two ends meet. Give that a nice press right down the middle. When you open that back up, you'll see that crease line down the center there. And what you need to do then is fold each of these ends in to meet that crease. So fold that end in, give that a press. Fold this end in, give that a press. So what you have then should look something like this. And then what will happen is our apron will sit in between here and that will fold over the top of the apron, creating that nice belt effect. Okay guys, I'm going to put you on a quick time lapse just while I pin all that, and then I'll show you how it looks once we're done. So guys, it's now time to attach the apron to the belt. So we want to make sure we get this nice and central. So you might just have to play about with it a little bit. What we need to do is get the top part of the apron just sitting along the center here, because as I say, this top piece is going to fold over. So if it just sits underneath this fold here, that will be great. So if we can line that up like so, but what we need to do is make sure that it's nice and central, which right now it is not. So just move that along. I am just eyeballing this at the moment, but obviously you can be more precise and get your ruler out and all that stuff. But if you look at my pink board, you can see I am 1, 2, 3, 4 and a bit inches in on this side, and I am 1, 2, 3, 4 and a bit inches on this side. So that's pretty much central. So we just need to make sure it's lined up nicely on the belt. Once we're happy with that placement, we need to fold the belt over all the way across and just secure it with pins ready to take to the machine. So once again, I'll pop you on a quick time lapse and I'll show you it once we're finished. So guys, here we have it. It is all pinned and ready to take to the machine. Just have a little closer look there. You can see I've popped all the pins in. And yeah, it's ready to take to the machine now, and we can get this final bit sewn up. The only other thing to do at the very end is the end pieces of your belt. You could just fold them over and just top stitch them as well, just to tidy them up, make them nice and neat. Let's get this belt attached, get it to the machine, and we're almost done. So we're back at the machine. Our belt is underneath, ready to start sewing. We're going to do about 1/4 of an inch seam allowance again, and we are sewing on the bottom part of the belt. So along this bottom part, the bit that is closest to the apron itself, just so that the stitches catch and everything is nice and secure. And don't forget to backstitch on either side. Okay, so we've just attached the apron to the belt. It looks fab, but before I show you, I'm just going to show you what to do with the ends, because we've got these little raw edges on the ends of the belt here. So I'm literally just going to fold it over like so to make it nice and neat, and just put a little top stitch down that way to keep it secure. So that's them ends sewn up now, nice little top stitch just to get rid of that raw edge. So guys, that is our project finished. I have the masterpiece right behind me, waiting for its big reveal. So are we ready? Drum roll. Ta-da! So here it is, guys. Here is that beautiful apron. It's got that nice band around, which we tie at the back. It's got that lovely little pleated front. And yeah, it looks absolutely lovely and a very simple project. Apologies that I am demonstrating it on a chair, but it just looked better on the chair than on me, to be honest, because my outfit was just not doing it any favours. But I will put it on me in a second, just so you can see. But yeah, this is it. As you can see, it's got that lovely little waistband that we attached. It's got that lovely little pleated front. Looks very cute. And yeah, just a very lovely apron. Very simple, very easy. And just that simple tie detail around the back. So here it is laid out, so you can see it fully from one end to the other. And yeah, I think it's a really lovely little project. So I know my outfit is completely wrong and I am clashing left, right and centre with this beautiful apron, but hey ho, at least you get an idea of what it looks like. So there it is in all its glory. Cute little apron, tie back detail. And yeah, that's how it looks. What do we think? I love it. I think it's so, so pretty. And actually, guys, a good idea for this little front bit is to make this in a terry toweling or a fabric that is good for drying hands on. So when you are cooking or baking and you have to rinse your hands, you can use this front bit to dry your hands off. Obviously, this is just a cotton, so probably not the best for that. But a terry toweling or something like that would be great for this front section. Mine is purely for aesthetic purposes because it looks pretty. But yeah, there we go. Hope you like it. So guys, that is it. That is our video for this week, our lovely tutorial with this adorable apron. I hope you enjoyed it and I hope you found it easy to sew along if that's what you did. Or if you're even going to give it a try, just let me know in the comments actually. If you did give it a go or if you intend on giving it a go, how you got on. I always like to hear. So yeah, thank you so much. I really hope you enjoyed it. It's a really fun one. And again, everything I do is beginner friendly if you're new to sewing. They're usually pretty quick projects. This one was a little bit longer than the previous two that I've posted because they were very quick 5-10 minute jobs. This one was a little bit longer. There was a little bit more prep with the fabric and things, but still super simple. So yeah, don't be daunted by it whatsoever. Please give it a try. As I say, even if you're new, you will be surprised just what you can do. And yeah, this is just lovely for yourself, for a gift. I mean, what's not to love? Adorable, absolutely. Bear in mind as well that these measurements are not set in stone. You can change them if you want a longer belt, if you want it longer in length, or if you want it wider. It doesn't matter. You can change the measurements. These are just my guideline for you. So yeah, not set in stone. Do them to whatever suits you. But yeah, that is today's project. I am here every Sunday, guys. My uploads are 4 p.m. UK time every Sunday. So please do come back and join me for the next one, whatever that may be. Thank you so much to everybody who watches, to everyone who subscribes, because honestly, I can't thank you enough. It means the world. It really does. And if you've not subscribed yet, why haven't you? All you have to do is press that subscribe button and it's free. It doesn't cost anything. I know some people think it costs money to subscribe. It doesn't. It's free. YouTube is just literally a creative space for me to express my creative side and for you guys to watch and enjoy. So yeah, it doesn't cost a penny. So click that subscribe button if you haven't done so yet. And if you do want to be notified of any future uploads, you can just click the little bell and that will alert you every time I do upload. You may know by now, or you may not, that I do also do travel vlogs or days out. I just generally like to do vlogs as well because it's something I enjoy and that's what my channel is about, things that I enjoy, and creating memories. I like to do the vlogs because they create memories for me to look back on. So yeah, they're often quite fun and they're usually in lovely places in and around the UK. So be sure to check them out if you fancy that. I do know a lot of you are here just for the sewing. So if you're not interested in the vlogs, absolutely fine. Just let that go when I upload them ones and just wait for the next one. So yeah, that's it from me. I will see you back here next Sunday, fingers crossed. Until then, have a fabulous week and I'll see you all soon. Bye.